Hornet Hustle. First he races green. Talk about green, Rick Porter. Did you see the size of the snow cone brought up here?
Yeah, I got this little blue one going over here, and that thing dwarfs what I got going on.
I've got the green instead of the blue tonight, and it is outstanding as we are still side by side for the top spot. Austin Hinsey out of Reedsburg and Tristan Finnegan locked door by door and side by side. The Hornet Hustle and a whole bunch of backpacks were given away tonight. At the line by maybe 2 inches was Tristan Finnegan. It's Hinsey, Finnegan, Marshall, Hendricks, Breeze, and Von Ruden. Hinsey off the old track, back on the new. Again, side by side, door to door. Mrs. Oliver, how are you tonight? Good front row, 4 laps in, 4 to go, and we are still side by side. Hinsey keeps dropping off onto the old track, but he keeps catching back up on a 4, but that might have cost him. Von Ruden and Breeze also off on the old track. So it's going to be Tristan Finnegan all by himself in the front row. 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's a Breeze sandwich. Finnegan, Marshall, Hinsey, now Breeze rolling up into 4th. A lot of wobbly race cars down below tonight. Not sure what's going on.
The track's a little bit greasy down to 1 and 2 still, I think.
It was a hot track to start with, but it's cooled off, so I wouldn't think it was slick like it was during practice and qualifying. Now Marshall in the second, Breeze third. Drifting backwards is Von Ruden. Breeze wants that second spot. He's letting Marshall know about it, but we'll only have 1 lap remaining. Hinsey for 4 laps is battling for that front row. He's dropped all the way to the tail end. They're going to be checking out that car before tonight's features. Meanwhile, back up front, checkered flag is in hand. It is Tristan Finnegan, your heat race winner. Finnegan, Marshall, Von Ruden, Breeze, Hendricks, and Hinsey. Out of the pits waiting to race. He'll have his chance, but first these gentlemen are green, and ladies, by the way. And Flying Brian Wallace flying out to a huge race lead to start this one. Out of 4, 1 lap is in. It's Flying Brian Wallace. Third, Linehan, and the Garden Gnome, Andrew Gardner, who still has a great-looking Honda down below. Honda versus a Probe for the number 3 spot. Back up front, Ken did third, saying, I don't like the way you blew past me on that start. I want to try to catch my position back. But again, that is the point leader, Flying Brian Wallace. Linehan back to 4th. Ooh, gets right in the back of the Garden Gnome, Andrew Gardner, and saying, you better move it, buddy. I'm coming. But Finch on the outside says, I want to take the spot first. Pearson was top 5 in qualifying and struggling in the heat race currently. Last year's Rookie of the Year. Flying Brian Wallace in a 92 Honda. And Kendon Thurk in an 89 Honda CRX. And the 14 is an 01 Honda Prelude. So Honda's reigning supreme so far here at Tomah. And the Garden Gnome is on the move. Andrew Gardner past Thurk. He'll crawl into second. And Gardner's going to challenge Our point leader, Brian Wallace, with 2 to go. Look at this one develop. Paul Finch out of the back row going to join this battle for at least 3rd right now. Ooh, slamming Sammy Linehan dipped off the track. That's going to cost her. She may have problems. 2 by 2 out of 4. White flag is out. It comes down to this for the heat race. Being brought to you by Culver's of Sparta and Tomah. Wallace on the inside, Gardner on the outside as they roll off for 2. Gardner a little bit quicker off the corners. Wallace will try to catch back up on a turn 4. Checkered flag is in hand. A little bit too high for the Gardner, and Wallace will take the heat race. Rick Porter's favorite sounding Hornet, the number 6, and he's going to hear it right now as they blaze out a forward green. There it is, Rick. He didn't lose the sound after the wreck.
I like it. That gets the NJP stamp of approval.
Track champion 2 years ago is Sean McCarthy in that blazing fast 6, and he'll lead lap number 1. Zach Oliver all over the back end of your leader. He's running 2nd. Marshall 3rd. Here comes 3rd to the inside, looking for that number 3 position. Mason Morphy, your fast timer, kind of bottleneck toward the back. But believe me, if there's a space to go, he'll make it happen. We've seen that over and over. So Marshall to the rear. We're now single file. Here comes Oliver to the outside to challenge McCarthy. Can't make it stick and stay. As he's testing the early waters, and again he's going to try to blow to the outside. McCarthy and Oliver tangle for the top spot. Ben Thurk sitting all by himself in 3rd. Fast timer Mason Morphy right behind him. And then it's Hennessy, and then it is Marshall. Halfway home, Oliver's got to watch keeping that door open for the mighty quick Ben Thurk. McCarthy just so quick coming off of 4. Thurk thought about the inside against McCarthy as he was watching Oliver on the outside. And 2 to go. Here's Morphy. 4 cars for 1 spot. If that opens up, Thurk will go to the inside. Look at this playing defense on Shore McCarthy's behalf. You got to protect the outside and behind you and win the race.
This is shaping up to be a very interesting finish.
White flag out, trying to do it one more time all the way to the left. Oliver blows it into 2. Thurk again underneath Oliver. Thurk nowhere to go. Oliver's going to go to the outside. Can he make it happen this time? Checkered flag is in hand. It's the Joker, Sean McCarthy. Oliver 2nd, then Thurk, then Morphy. That was an awfully tight top 4.
That was a good one.
It's a good steady lineup for an 8-lap TACU Credit Union heat race being brought to you by All-American Do It Center in Tomah and Sparta. We're green, trying to do it better. And Josh Meyer with the whole shot off of turn 4. And he's off and running. He's not looking back. Ooh, somebody sounds nice and loud down below.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
See what happens when you take a screwdriver to the muffler? It sounds great.
It does.
Josh Myers stepping away from this one is going to take Ashley Tauscher into a nice 2nd place position currently when it's Muller and the Duke. Big happy birthday goes out to John Rundle from his family. Happy birthday, John. They told me to disclose your age, but I know better. John and family sitting down in turn 1. Hi, Taylor. Is that Taylor down there? That's Mom down there. Going to welcome in the Rundle family to Friday night car fights at TSS.
Car fights? Okay.
Meyer holding court. Tauscher still second. The Duke third. Muller trying to better himself as we are just about at the halfway mark. Halfway home for Meyer, 4 down, 4 to go. This could be Ashley Tauscher's best finish.
I think you may be right about
if
that.
she can hold on strong. Oh, Muller bobbles in turn 1 and 2. Austin Blank's going to take that position. One little bobble and you could lose a spot or two.
Or maybe more, depending on how that all ends up.
Blank got to keep it on the racing surface now as Muller is caught back up to him to try to get his spot back again. It's time across the line. 2 laps remain for Myers. Austin Blank just running into a patch of mosquitoes. No harm done. It is Pontiac Grand Am this time by. Myers are going to take the white flag. 4 left turns and a front straight remain. You can tell Rick Porter Tauscher driving with a lot more confidence now.
Yeah, she's getting better and better all the time. For just her first year racing out here, I'm really impressed.
2 more cranks of the wheel to the left in his J&O Collectibles 2000 Pontiac Grand Am. Your heat race winner is Josh Meyer. Ashley Tauscher in her best place, second. Third is Muller, the Duke, fourth, and Devin Glass rounds out the top 5. So good run for Josh Meyer out of Tomah. Andy Muller, of course, the River Rat racing here. Happy birthday. Green flag is out. Look at that, a little bit too high for Chris Brown. Dad's going to take the spot. Meyer, hold on. Tim Murphy going for a wild ride. Good thing he just missed those tires. That'd have been horrible. Green flag stays out. Greg Brown will lead. It's been interesting this year that Greg Brown's son, Chris, has been pushing him around the racetrack, and now it's a different story. Father and son, 1 and 2. Fast Timers in third. Fourth in points. McCracken running fifth. Oh, Brown opened the door for McCracken. McCracken's got a foot through the screen door. Almost had a 3-wide sandwich of Chris Brown. Muller's going to go round and round. A lot of slip, slide, and driving tonight. I think that was Garfunkel and Sons that sang that song in the 70s, Slip, Slide, and Away. That's what's going on here tonight.
That would be a Paul Simon song.
McCracken's going to go for the top spot with the quickness. Past Genevico, past Brown, in, around, and gone for Dustin McCracken in a blink of an eye. So Genevico will now try to track down McCracken's 25 machine. Greg Brown will try to keep pace, as will son Chris. Rundle's representing third and fourth. Genevico closing in on the 25. Only has 2 laps remaining, though. Tim Murphy obviously not happy where he is in that 4M. A white flag is out. 1 to go for Dustin McCracken. Seth Genevico going to try to climb to that top side. Checkered flag is in hand. Started towards the back. He's a heat race winner, Dustin McCracken. McCracken, Genevico, Brown, and Muller, your top 5. Live like it's the last lap.
I'm still loving that.
That means just before I pass away, I'm going to bump and run somebody. Yes, there it is. We're green. Reedner to the high side with the quickness, and he will take to the race lead. 8-lap heat race. Everybody else falling in line, and the 70 machine, Mason Olson of Mosinee. 12 years old, a good spot for second. So it's Reedner, Olson, and Reedner. Six laps left to go in this one. And the 70 of Mason Olson takes advantage of a loose driver. He'll take to the top spot. Ace Oldenoff in that nice looking blue 62 has now got the second position. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there in turn 3 in the 5 machine of Chris Flynn. Flynn straightens her out. 0-2, Casey Brabant holding down the number 2 spot, and Ethan Jensen getting out of the trunk. So right now it's all Mason Olson and Ace Oldenoff. Three to go for the Legends Direct Mighty Bandos. Ace Oldenoff really trying to pick up that lead that
Trouble
Mason
in two.
Olson
Trouble
has.
in turn 2, Dan.
Flynn's around in turn 3. We're going to stay green. Oh, and Oldenoff's going to spin around out of turn 4. Now the caution's going to fly as Oldenoff's in harm's way. And green flag is back out for 12-year-old Mason Olson out of Mosinee, Wisconsin. Get the back figured out a little bit. He's Oldenoff was working on that second place there for a while. Look at Flynn up in turn 4 getting a good run. 2 to go. Flynn going up against Ethan Jensen. I like Jensen's numbers. I like how they're shadowed. You see those all over the place. White flags out, 1 to go for Olson. Bando's running a 15-lap feature later on tonight. Going to be a good one there. Oh, Flynn into the wall, turn 2. Checker flag is out. It's going to go to Mason Olson. Casey Brabant finishes second. A solid third place now for Ace Oldenoff. Ethan Jensen in the number 4 position. And getting it straightened out is Chris Flynn. And that is your field for heat race number 1 for the Wisconsin Mighty Bandos Traveling Series presented by Legends Direct. Look at this nice and tight formation. That's how we like it done, and we are green. We can stay 2x2 here for a little bit.
Or maybe not.
7 of Reedner to the inside of Colton Roper Shaw as tops went a little bit high in turns 1 and 2. Open the door up and they step through. And right now it's 11-year-old Easton Reedner out of Waunakee, Wisconsin, being chased down by Onalaska's Mr. Excitement. Look at this 3-wide battle towards the back. Untouched, unscathed, nice bit of driving. They're going to teach our older drivers how to get that thing done when they're 3-wide, no matter how big
sure are. They came out of that beautifully.
Fast timer Danny Mann out of the back row has worked his way into third. Trying to keep pace is Aiden Brockhouse into 13. Trying to hold off Axel Oldenoff into 29, and he'll take the spot. Into fourth he goes. So far, so good for Easton Riedner, as he has stepped away from the field. Here comes Mann working on the back end of Mr. Excitement, Colton Roper-Shaw. Mann's going to give him a little bit of a tap, let him know he's back there. That is a junior bump and run is what we're going to call that. That's a tap and run. This Mann takes the number 2 spot. Oh, hold on! Big collision in turn 2. Drivers checking out okay, race fans. '29 is Axel Oldendorf and Bentley Thompson. Nice string of bandos out of turn 4. Man was chomping at the bit already. So Danny Mann's going to go to work on Easton Riedner. Nose to tail, they come off of 4. Axel Oldenoff out of Lake Mills, Wisconsin, 11 years old. Cassie, how old is Bentley? How old is Bentley? 10, 9 years old. I got to put that on my cheat sheet here. 2 to go. It's going to be Riedner. Hey, Bentley Thompson's going to take advantage of a wild Oldenoff into 3rd. Man still trying to go to work on Riedner. And we've got the white flag out, 1 to go. Man can try to somehow get to the inside. He's got it set up to run the outside lane, but Riedner's doing a nice bit of defense. Can he get it done here on a turn 4? Checkered flag is in hand. Here comes Mann at the line. It's going to be Riedner by that much. Mann saved his best for the last and took that inside groove and almost got it done. Nice bit of driving beyond all of our drivers. Is that the 23? Yeah, it is. Jeff Lefebvre Jr., former hobby stock champion here at the Tomah-Sparta Speedway. They're green. So Rose Borntrager has the top spot, right behind, being chased down by Andrew Borntrager. Amanda Brockhouse shuffled to the back in 3rd. Then it's Hansen, then it's Lefebvre. All these are styled about 1934 Ford Coupes, and they are cool.
I love these things. These things are awesome.
Good battle up front. Rose Borntrager slipped up just a tad bit out of turn 1 and opened the door to the 15 of Andrew Borntrager, the Bourne Construction. Number 15 of the Elroy, and he'll take the top spot. Family versus family for the 1 and 2 position. Brockhouse holding 3rd, bobbled out of turn 2, but just not enough for Hansen to be able to come up and take that position. Hansen will try now at a turn 4, went from the top to the bottom side, made it work. And Hansen's now P3. Andrew Borntrager in his Great North Legends. Legend is off and running.
Yeah, he's pretty much checked out of this one.
Rose Borntrager having a solid showing herself, running in the number 2 spot. Hansen 3rd. As we've got 2 laps remaining and more ticket giveaways next. White flag is out, 1 to go for the 15 of Andrew Borntrager. been unchallenged since lap number 2. Checkered flag in hand, flying over the top of Andrew Borntrager. Rose Borntrager second, Hansen in the number 3 position. Enjoying yourself here, the races in Green Flag Racing. Now 3 wide to start this one. Again, both Richardsons in the front row out of Texas. 13, Tim Brockhouse, Colin Stocker, and Ayrton Brockhouse are fast timer. Brockhouse going to work quickly. Gets on the top side of Jason Richardson. Now he'll try to chase down your pole sitter, Gavin Richardson. 2 quick laps in. Richardson, Brockhouse, Richardson. And then it's Brockhouse and Stocker. So it's family, non-family, family, non-family, and Stocker.
Interesting.
Nice nails to till racing. Who's going to be the first one to step out of line here? We're halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Brockhouse wants to go to the inside. But Gavin Richardson, just no room yet. Jason Richardson watching Brockhouse work on the family member for that number 1 position. That harmonizing sound they have at a turn 4. You got a couple of pops and crackles and breaks, but listen to how they're almost simultaneously on the hammer. 2 to go. Holding him down, Gavin Richardson, 0-5 machine. Here comes Brockhouse. Thought he was going to go to the inside there momentarily. White flag in hand, a 1 to go. Here comes the 12 of Ayrton Brockhouse, right behind his dad for the number 3 position. Bumps his dad once, lets him know he's back there. Checkered flag will fly. The heat race belonging to Gavin Richardson from the pole to victory lane. He goes. Off of turn 4, the mods are green. And a good hole shot by Rick DeVito right off the bat. Vian going to try to race his way back to the front, keeping Larry DeVito and Mark Thaler behind them. And Vian's going to get a full head of steam out of turn 4. He'll take the race lead. Mark Thaler on the outside rail, making quick business of the 18 of Rick DeVito. Mark Thaler saying this is his favorite racetrack. Nice to hear out of a 14-year-old. Now does he have enough power built up to top the 67 of Vian? That's always the $100,000 question here at Tomah.
Absolutely. It's not a given here.
Mark Thaler, a little bit wide in turn 1. He collects himself to the outside of Vian. Vian bobbled down the back straightaway. And 2 by 2, they'll roll off a turn 4, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. And then it's DeVito, your point leader, and DeVito, your pole sitter. Vian, nice run out of turn 2 as he pulled away from Mark Thaler. Point leader Larry DeVito out of Camp Douglas, Wisconsin. Best seat in the house watching this race in front of him happen. Vian doing a very respectable job of holding the inside lane against Mark Thaler. The 14-year-old hot shoe out of Sauk Center, Minnesota. Oh, here we go! Vian around by himself. Mark Thaler into the race lead.
Oh, that Daker curse strikes again.
And caution's going to fly as Vian cannot get it restarted. whole mirror full of Larry DeVito as we are back to green. White flag is out, 4 left turns and a modified straightaway to go. DeVito's all over the back end. This is going to be a challenge when we double the laps in tonight's feature to 15 for these guys. Checkered is out. Weston Marthaler is 2 for 2 on the night. Get the brooms ready. He's trying to go for the sweep later on in the program.